Okay, we've had a request to show you how to remove the battery. Now, flathead screwdriver is all you really need. Now, you can do this at home. I'm at home currently. I've had this request after hours, but I thought I might as well do it now and do it in a situation where you're at home. You don't need any specialist tools or anything like that. So I'll do a quick explanation of it. I'm sorry for the shadows and the slightly off lighting, but as I say, we're not in the studio at work. This is just at home. Now, you've got the light ring around the outside. If you look on the inside, and you run your fingernail along it, I'm not sure if you would have picked this up, but there's little indentations, which I can't really show you, but there's little indentations, you'll see them. The screwdriver won't fit in here, but it will slot in there. And basically, that is a positioning of a clip which connects to the body just by force, so it sort of pushes back and it's got a hook, and that's what stops it popping out when you're riding it. Now there's one here, here, the awkward one is here and here on the corners of this plate, and here and here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them to do. Now basically, all these top ones, with all the units we dealt with, and we dealt with a lot of units, you just run your hand underneath and you can actually pull up this. And it's fairly easy. When you get to here and here, it tends to get stuck, but you can pull it up nonetheless. If it's really tight, like now, that won't come up. Don't force it. These are the clips that I'm talking about there. As you can see, the profile of them, they actually hook on. And what you need to do is remove that ring. With the gap here, in this piece here, you need to basically just gently nudge the plastic and pull up at the same time. It should be quite difficult because I'm filming. So I'll have to just put the camera down for a second and I will join you again. Okay, we're back again. So what's happened is those clips have come out. Basically they slot into there, and once you've got it undone, there you go, see, and you can see that it's connected up here. Now those connectors there, just a side point, nothing to do with removing the battery. You don't need to take those apart. If you do, mark them up first, because that, if you plug them in the wrong way round, the lights, if you've got it set up in the pattern that goes around when you're riding around, it will run in reverse when you're going forward and the other way when you're going backwards. So you need to make sure you connect them out the right way. It's quite simple, and it only takes a few seconds to take this ring off. And what you're left with is a Phillips head screwdriver needed to remove this screw, and it houses underneath here the battery. So that's a flathead which aids in removing these clips. And basically when you push that in, all you're doing is putting the screwdriver into those holes and just pushing it just lightly, or that way. It's a lot easier if you do it that way, to be honest, but just very gently. You don't need to do it really hard, and you don't want to be damaging the unit, of course. Right, so Phillips head screwdriver. And I'll try and do it so it's not too much in the shadows. And just remove these 2 screws. Now you'll note that they're not in ridiculously tight, they're snug. You don't want to be clamping them back down and over tightening them when you put them back. Just don't lose them, because that would be silly. Take this off. What you're basically left with then is that this cover, you need to slide it forward. So lift up and slide forward. There we go. And ta-da! There is the battery under this plate. That's all that is, but with hooks on the bottom, as you'll note, and those hook into those gaps there. Now this battery, as standard, you will see it's got sticky back tape on it essentially, but it's a foam pad. You can stick this down. As you can see, this just removes now, it's not stuck. But believe it or not, from our experience, you'll actually encounter more squeaking if you do. If you position it slightly to the left or to the right, or even slightly up or down, it can rub against the side panel, making a noise. And you don't really get any rattles. If you've seen the previous stunt video we've done, jumping off pallets and things, this thing isn't getting thrown about. It does fit in there quite snugly, and this is designed really to try and take some of the vibration out. But you can stick if you want. We'd recommend just leave it as it is. It sits in there quite nicely as factory condition, just as it is. Now, the battery has got two connectors. You've got this one here, and you've got this one here. And on the top of this one, you will see a little lever. And all you do is you pull that down, and it lifts up, basically lifts up the little arm, and you just pull that out. That's disconnected. And with this one, there is no lever, so you just simply pull that connector out. That is the battery disconnected. There's the connectors if you want to be sure what they look like. Simple as that. Job done. And you've got your spec here on the other side of the battery pack. Now this is a 240 watt hour, which is far superior than the old model, which we can't get in Europe, and they're not going to because it's a substandard product. If you're looking at us, it's a common question we've had, and we used to offer for sale, but we've never actually had them in. The Model C is less powerful motor and a less powerful battery. This is a massive improvement, and the only model we sell. The Model C should not be hitting any markets in Europe, just purely by the fact that it's not really up to what our conditions have to offer. So the Model E is what we do, and that is how, I hope that helps you, that is how you remove a battery by request from, I presume, a potential customer, but someone that already owns one of these units. So there you go, guys. Any questions, any more videos you want us to do, just let us know, and I'll try and help you out as much as possible, or one of the guys will. Cheers.